Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is a little bit of a different setup than I normally do. Normally I film it from my bookshelf, but I just do not feel like doing my whole setup. So this video is just going to be laid back and relaxed, and also this video isn't necessarily dedicated to books entirely because it is called the Books and Life tag. This is a tag that I originally washed on Ashley from Ashley's Media Addiction. I will leave her video down below, and I decided that, well, you know what, I want to answer these questions, and so yeah, there are 11 questions, so let's just get started. And I will be looking down at my phone because I have the questions on my phone. So question 1, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being a normal person and 10 being the late Harold Bloom, how much are books and reading a part of your life? I'm going to say a 9. Because yes, books are literally my life, but I don't want to say I can go without them, but like, I'm not like obsessed. Like, yes, I love my books. Every single book I own, I love with all my heart. Every single book I read, I enjoy. Actually, I shouldn't say that, but like books are like most of my life, so we'll go with 9. So I don't want to say 10, but 9. So 2, where does your personal library stand right now in relation to the rest of your life? Do you have more books than you ever have? Fewer? How has your library changed? My library is constantly growing to the point that I am currently outgrowing my bookshelves, but I physically can only have these 2 bookshelves that I have. I have a 3-shelved bookshelf on this side that also has books stacked on top, and there's maybe room for like a couple of books shoved on top of the other books, or if I want to start doing double layering, which I might have to. And that one is completely full, and it's already starting to be double layered. So my library is definitely the biggest that I've ever have, but I think it someday could get bigger. I remember when I just had one 3-shelf bookshelf and was like, oh my god, this is so many books, and I'm like, I could have another 5-shelf if I just had the space, but unfortunately I don't. I literally am tempted to hang, I have like some hanging shelves that I can hang up here, like above my desk, to put maybe my favorites on or something. That's what I might do in the future, but I'm not sure. Number 3, what is the most likely first bookish impression a newcomer would have in your home? Well, my room I'm going to switch it to, because my home, the only place that my books are is my room. But I remember when I first set up this bookshelf here, my cousin almost ran into it, and then when she saw the books, she was just like, do you have a life? The answer, questionable. But like, that's kind of one thing, is there's also not that many new people that come into my room. There's not that many people that come into my room even in general. It's like my mom, my dad, my one cousin, my best friend, and that's pretty much it. So I guess I don't really have many newcomers to even make that impression to. Number 4, how often do you clean or reorganize your books? The last time I reorganized my books was in August when I rearranged my room. But even then, every so often I will find myself like, oh, moving a book up from a shelf or all of that. And I do know that I'm almost like constantly reorganizing, like, oh, I got another book yesterday, I had to find somewhere to shove it on this shelf over here, or I have 3 books that are currently like just like stacked in front or on top that I know I'm gonna have to reorganize into that system. So like, I guess I clean it. I give it like a good like, oh, the dust on top of the books and like in front of the books like once a month, and then like reorganize maybe couple times a year, we'll say. Number 5, on average, how many books do you acquire in a given week? It depends. Like, if I go on my spreadsheet, because I write, like in the weekend, like just in this past weekend, I've acquired 3 books. But then in the whole month of October, I acquired 6 books. Yeah. In the month of September, like a bunch. I'll say on average, I'm gonna switch it to a month, is maybe at least 4 books a month. So I'll say at least like 1 a week. Sometimes it can be upwards of 6, 7 if I do a book outlet haul, like if I buy books from there, or it could be 1 if I just have a pre-order coming in. It really just depends. I don't really know. Ooh, 6. What is your current earworm? Let's just go straight to my Spotify. I listen to the same playlist over and over again. So let's just go through. I'm currently obsessed with Middle Finger by Bonus. I also am in love with the song Goddess and Pray by how do you pronounce her name? Zana? I've been obsessed with those songs for a year, like over a year. Also, when in doubt, I'll always be willing to listen to Mothica, any of her songs pretty much. Rule the World by The Wanted, that has been like a recent favorite. Good As It Gets by Little Hurt, that song has been on replay for like a week. Just like anytime I'll like start listening to Spotify, I'll immediately just click that and be like, okay, then the rest can shuffle. Those are like some of the music that I'm always obsessed with. I have a total vibes playlist that are just like no, I don't want to start playing music. But that's like all the songs I'm listening to. If you want me to, I can share the vibes playlist, although it's constantly changing and like the vibes are like my vibes, not maybe other people, so I don't know. What % of your self-control do you retain in a well-stocked bookshop? Put it this way, I went to Indigo on Saturday, so the 6th, and I went in going in having no idea what books that I wanted. I came out with 2 books, and that was Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco. And I honestly am only shocked that I bought 2 books and spent $45 when I knew I had like another like $100 I could have spent in my bank account. I didn't. So that's like, I have like decent self-control, although there was another time, the 2 previous times I went to the bookstore, I spent over almost $100, I think, both times. So I don't know. Do you ever feel like you need to take a break from books? If so, what form does it take? That is question number 8. And I don't really feel like I need to take a break from books. At most, there'll just be like an evening where I'll just be like, I don't want to read, so I'll just maybe like watch an episode of a TV show. That rarely happens. Or I'll just catch up on some YouTube videos, whether that be bookish or non-bookish, or I will just spend hours scrolling through TikTok and eating junk food. That's like my break, I guess. But other than that, I don't really have any other hobbies that aren't reading or writing, so I don't usually take a break from reading or writing because that's what I enjoy most. When you meet a new person, how long does it take you to bring up books? I don't meet new people. And the new people I meet are like online and through books. So like, yeah, like I don't really meet new people. Like, I literally have one friend, and that is my best friend, and she's been kind of along with this reading journey since the beginning. So like, and then new people, I literally haven't made any new friends really. And even then, when I have made like acquaintances that were like people that I wanted to be friends with but it didn't work out, it was never mentioned. If anything, it would be like, oh, what do you do for fun? Them, video games. Me, oh, I like to read. Oh, that's cool. Moving on from that, like it would never go dive in. So maybe like, I don't know. Have you given any thought / made any provisions for your personal library after you croak? I am 17. I want to live another like 60 years. Like, please and thank you, even though at the rate of the world will be sooner. But honestly, at this point, if I somehow passed away tomorrow, I think all my books would just end up being donated to, like, my library, my local library, or, like, secondhand stores, or, I don't know, like, my parents. There's some books here that probably have some sort of value. Like, I have, like, a signed Sarah J. Maas book, a signed Cassandra Clare book, and those might be worth a little bit of something. Someday, who the fuck knows? But, like, yeah, they'll probably just be, like, gotten rid of by my parents if I passed away tomorrow, or I don't really have a plan. None of my shit I have any plans for, because I don't plan on dying for a very long time. And are you known among your friends and loved ones for your weird and probably unhealthy relationship with books? Not really. I mean, my one cousin, the same one that had the reaction with the bookshelf, when in doubt, she'll kind of like joke around, I guess, of like, I bet you'd rather be reading than doing this, and I'm like, yeah, I probably would. But other than that, like, I don't really have that many other things where it's like, I don't have an unhealthy relationship, I'd say. Maybe slightly unhealthy, if we're gonna be completely honest. But, like, I don't know, like, no, again, I honestly keep my bookish life away from the people in my life. Like, yeah, if I go somewhere, I might take a book, or I might read on my phone, and if they ask me what I'm doing, I'll be like, oh, reading, and they'll just be like, okay, cool, can you put it down and talk? Like, that's at most what will happen. So, like, I don't know, like, there's some of these questions that I'm just like, I don't know. So yeah, that was the final question. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and this gave maybe a little bit of more insight into my life. If you have any other tags that you want me to do, let me know below, or tag me on Twitter or something, or anything like that. I love doing tags, although I find it hard to find ones that aren't like the same tags, just slightly rebranded with the same questions, because I feel like for some of them, yeah, my answers may change, but the other times it's like, well, no, I did it similar tag a year ago, my answer the same. If anybody wants to do this tag, go ahead. If you do, tag me on Twitter. I'd love to watch it. Yeah, I think that's everything. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!